So today I'm going to show you how to make a Super Grande sandwich, a very popular item from our old Coletta's Pizzeria in Milwaukee. And this is a great way to use up those leftover toppings from the pizza that we had a couple days ago. Here you can see I am sauteing some mushrooms with a clove of garlic and a couple tablespoons of butter. We're going to have some nice golden brown mushrooms. If you want to save some cleaning and some pans, you can also do them in the same container that we're sauteing our red onion and green peppers with a clove of garlic and a few tablespoons of butter. I know that when we saute things, normally we like to do olive oil, but you want a real rich buttery flavor and color for your vegetables. We're doing these in separate containers because, again, my wife does not eat mushrooms. Here's the Italian bread that we purchased for making our sandwich. You can also use French bread. The important thing is that it not be too narrow and also be long enough. We put some of our leftover pizza sauce from our pizza build from last week in here. You can, again, use a store-bought pizza sauce if you like. The Classico, I think, is the best store-bought brand. However, I do prefer to make my own. Then we just put a little Italian seasoning and some garlic salt on top of the sauce that we smeared on here. And then some mozzarella cheese. This is going to bake at 350 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes. Heated our grill while I was getting the oven warmed up. Once you throw on your sausage patty, you want to turn it down to a much lower temperature. So this is about 8 to 10 ounces, or about half a pound of sausage left over from when we made our pizza before. And you just throw that on the grill, keep an eye on it. Bake it nice and get those grill marks like you would with a hamburger. And this is going to go on our sandwich after we're done. I flipped it to check on it. It's really not dark enough on this side, but I'm showing you this as an example of the fact that it needs to go more on that side. While my onions and green peppers are sauteing, I added a little bit of Italian seasoning and some garlic salt just to give it a little bit more of a salty, savory sandwich taste to it. And of course that garlic salt will enhance our garlic cloves with even a little bit more garlic flavor. Those mushrooms are the perfect color and consistency. And I turned off the stovetop and I'm leaving these onions and green peppers on the heat just to kind of get a little final finish on them. But the stove is off at this point so that they can cool down a little bit. See, that's what you want. Some nice charring on there. And also you can see how some of the grease is kind of bubbling and coming to the surface out of the sausage patty. I just flipped this sucker and I am feeling good. The timer's going off on the oven, so let's check the bread. Now, as you can see, our cheese is nicely melted. The edge of our bread is getting crispy. We don't want it to be rock hard, so it's not as important as it was with the pizza for the cheese to be golden brown. Don't want to dry out our bread. Want it to have a little give still like it does. It's ready to go. Let's take a look at our patty. Oh baby, look how good that looks. Like I said, you want the grease bubbling up off of the surface of the patty and you want that charring on there. We are in good shape. We don't want it to be dry. And one other thing I usually do at the end is I turn up the grill to high on both sides just so that we can burn off some of that extra grease that's on there. Alright, so now we're going to put our nice hot juicy sausage patty on the bottom part of our bread. The next thing that we want to do is put our vegetables on there. Oh yeah. Look at all that buttery goodness. I can promise you there are no calories in this sandwich. And then on one side, the good side of course, we're gonna put our mushrooms, since my wife doesn't like those. Cap it off with the top of the bread. And let's take a nice picture of that before we cut it. Okay. Now we're gonna cut this in half. Don't be surprised if some cheese or some toppings come off the side while we do that. Ooh man, that is hot. Let's get some of these back on top here. Losing my vegetables from my aggressive cutting. And if we part that open, you can see a nice side cut in our delicious Super Grande sandwich. I am starving. Time to take a bite of this big bad boy. Thank you for watching this special episode of Father Knows Zest with me, Chris, as we made Super Grande Italian sausage sandwiches. Be sure to give it a try and subscribe to my video channel if you would like to see more YouTube videos like this.